Well, this is going to be a two-part video, at least. I'll do the second part tomorrow and whatnot, but the first part is as the title says. You know, that the Bible never changes. It's always the same. We hear this argument so often, that science is always changing, and the Bible never does. I forget who did it, but I remember one creationist, his argument against science was, pick up your textbook, and look at it, and what does it say? And it says, well, version 7. It says, yeah. Now pick up the Bible. Where do you see? No version. So obviously the Bible's never changed. Of course, knowing the fact that it has changed multiple times. Well, content, even recently between Protestant and Catholics, has changed. Wasn't until about 700 AD that Revelations was fully 100% in the Bible. Before then, while the books didn't change, it was some books were taken in and out along with Revelations. So the the canon currently is generally the same canon it was 300 AD. There were a lot of changes over time, but ignoring all that stuff, is it a good thing that the Bible never changes? I don't know. I don't think so. Our knowledge has changed. What we've learnt about the world has changed. We know more about the world and the way it works. Even if you're religious, we know more about quote unquote God's creation. But the Bible, that all this that's supposed to be the basis of Christianity, hasn't changed. It hasn't been updated to all the new information. It still uses the same old metaphors, the same old myths and legends. It doesn't talk about doesn't even talk about modern things. Like there's this idea, because I see it so often that the Bible hasn't changed in 2,000 years, yet people are still trying to fit 2,000-year-old ideas about culture, morality, and whatnot into modern day, even when they don't fit. A story unrelated about marriage, is turned into a metaphor for modern marriage. And I don't think that gets us anywhere. Even if it was true, I don't think trying to reinterpret something that was never intended to be interpreted that way isn't going to gain us anything. You're looking for answers that aren't there a lot of times. And that's sort of the problem. They're stuck with one. It's like being stuck with one science textbook for 2,000 years. And all modern, discoveries about science in the world have to be filtered through this 2,000-year-old textbook about about the world. When we talked about the Earth being flat in that textbook, it obviously meant, and metaphorically, it's flat. That kind of stuff. There's talk about space-time is flat. Not the Earth is flat. That kind of stuff. You're losing the information that is in there and trying to add information that isn't there. So I don't think it's a good thing that the Bible hasn't changed. You're losing the original meaning by trying to redo it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's still a good thing the Bible hasn't changed, or what? Especially the theists. I'm sure the atheists have issues with the Bible in general, but I'm just curious. So comment below, let me know your thoughts.